What important belief do you hold that very few people agree with you about? That's the question Peter Thiel asks his job candidates, and more often than not, the answers point to the future. When it comes to determining the world's future, it used to be globalization, but now it's technology.
Every Monday, this video series will explore a book relating to startups, entrepreneurship, or venture capital, giving you a holistic view of the culture of building businesses. With your host, Cédric Bollag.
How do you make the transition from your current job to becoming a venture capitalist? Schools don't exactly educate you on topics concerning startups, working for yourself, spotting opportunities, and real leadership. And if you want to educate yourself, there are just too many resources out there to choose from. Podcasts, videos, courses, books, it never ends. I have been through them all, and now I'm compiling the best of the literature in this space to make your search a little easier. This is Startup Lit, and I'm Cédric Bollag, the founder of Curated and host of The Startup Show. Welcome to this series. Today, we are looking at 0 to 1. Notes on Startups, or How to Build the Future by Peter Thiel. Venture capitalists, above all, need excellent judgment, and Peter Thiel, the German-American billionaire entrepreneur and VC, certainly has it. He's the co-founder of PayPal, Palantir Technologies, and Founders Fund. He was also one of the first outside investors in Facebook. He is also the creator of Thiel's Law, which states that a startup messed up at its foundation cannot be fixed. It's pretty simple. If something is wrong in the DNA of the company, it's a sign of possible issues in the future, and it impacts how the business matures down the road. It's a brutal but honest view. You don't want to invest in a project just because you believe in the premise. There are a lot more factors that count. He believes that our technology has stagnated, and most companies that improve only improve on the existing product and don't try to create something new. They move the world from N to 0. The most valuable startups are those that come up with something new and move the world from 0 to 1. It's not about improvement, it's about innovation. Thiel says that people today act as if there is nothing left to discover, when in reality, our conventional mindset limits us from exploring. 0 to 1 takes a philosophical approach to being a VC, explaining how having a deterministic view of the future is the key to pursuing venture as a career. The book gives an objective look at the purpose of tech and what questions you as a VC or an aspiring VC should be asked. For example, what valuable company hasn't been built yet? Some companies create value without being profitable, which is not a sustainable business model. A company has to accrue some of the value it makes. The airline industry in 2012 created value, but they didn't get to keep much of it. They served millions of passengers and created value of hundreds of billions of dollars, but it still made very little money per passenger. If a ticket cost you about $178, airlines will earn around 37 cents. Does that sound sustainable? At the same time, Google created less value, but brought in much more money, more than 100 times the airline industry. What is the difference between their markets? Airlines are very competitive, but Google has a monopoly status. It was new, fresh, and in the right place at the right time. Which is why today you would use Google over any other search engine. As a VC, you will need to understand startup culture and know how to think unconventionally, make plans, build a cohesive team, and anticipate the future, all of which is covered in this book. The book also emphasizes that a budding VC should have a student's mindset ready to learn and support their founders instead of going in with a broker's mindset. Going in with a student mentality actually keeps you more aware and helps you uncover truth and empathize with the founders. And of course, a little eccentricity on both sides help. The 6 people who founded PayPal weren't the most conventional in the world. 4 of them built bombs in high school, and its original owner is now planning to settle a human colony on Mars. Tech entrepreneurs and eccentricity go hand in hand, and Thiel tells you to embrace it rather than fear it. The book wraps up with 4 views of the future according to philosophy professor Nick Bostrom, which include recurrent collapse, plateau, extinction, and takeoff. My favorite part is the exercises included in the book. These short-form exercises after each chapter pose questions concerning your worldview, your thinking habits, and what you could build. All in all, this is an interesting read and perfectly suited to people who know nothing about the VC and startup world too. 0 to 1 actually has quite an optimistic view of where our technology is headed, but it makes clear that innovation will start when we look up from our screens and start asking questions that will lead us to find value. If you want more book reviews from the world of VCs and startups, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified every time we upload a new video. Our Startup Lit episodes come out every Monday, and you might also want to check out the Startup Incubator and Tech Deep Dive series too. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.